Okay.
You're on air.
A good day, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to today's conference. It is about poultry production in the Middle East and will focus on the foundation of the new Union of Arab Poultry Producers, or abbreviated UAPP. Poultry production is a key pillar of animal production in the Arab countries. From Jordan to Sudan, there are many large to medium-scale poultry integrators facing similar challenges, such as scarcity of land or water, the availability of feed and need for import, and as a result, the high cost. The foundation of the UAPP aims to meet the challenges in a united manner and thus to strengthen domestic production. As you can see, we have some high-profile guests today. They will introduce you to the thoughts and backgrounds of the new umbrella organization. And before we start now, let me briefly introduce myself and my guests today. So my name is Susanne Geckler. I will moderate this session. I am working for the DLG Competence Center Agriculture, and one of my focus topics is poultry production. But now I have the honor of welcoming my guests today, and these are Mr. Saif Mohammed Obeid Barsaik from the United Arab Emirates. Welcome, Saif. He represents the Emirates Association of Poultry Breeders, and he's the acting Chief Support Services Officer in Al Ain Farms, and furthermore, the head of media committee at the Emirates Association of Poultry Breeders. Then, as my second guest, Dr. Mohammed Abu Makfoud from Kubco Company in Kuwait, where he is the project production manager. Then we have Mr. Syed Zulfikar Madani from Saudi Arabia. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Tanmiya Food Group. As I can see, he has still some difficulties with his techniques, but we hope to get him on board soon. Then we have Mr. Hani Rashad Sinokrot from Jordan. Welcome. And he represents the Poultry and Feed Investors Association of Jordan. Furthermore, he is member and owner of Sinokrot Poultry Farms. So I hope we can hear him quite well because he has some difficulties with his microphone. Maybe it would be a good idea to turn your speakers a bit louder while he is speaking. Thank you very much. So welcome to all of you. And now let's begin with a presentation of Mr. Barsaik to explain the background and the plans of the foundation of the UAPP. Please, Mr. Barsaik, you have the floor now.
Thank you, Susanna, for the introduction. Welcome, everybody. I would like to share you the project idea of establishing a union grouping poultry producers and national associations for all Arab countries. The main tasks will be workshop with international experts, organization of travel tours to visit exhibitions and poultry farms abroad, preparation for yearly General Assembly, during which an executive board and president are selected. Why we choose a DLG? A DLG is a German association of farmers and non-profit entity organizes exhibitions to support national farmers and members and specializing in knowledge transfer. DLG has been managing for years associations similar to the one being created in the Middle East, such as European Poultry Club. The purpose of these clubs is to help national associations and individual farms to improve their production through knowledge transfer. The newly formed union will have an executive contract with DLG and its partner in the Middle East, Multibridge, to manage and execute the projects and run the day-to-day operations. The union will be based in Abu Dhabi at Abu Dhabi Authority for Agriculture and Food Safety. The union will be launched with the General Assembly convening during EuroTier Middle East in Abu Dhabi. Individuals, poultry farmers, poultry associations can adhere to the union for a yearly fees of 1,000 UAE dirhams as long as they work in the poultry production sector. All the other individuals and companies can adhere to the union and participate in the activities as associate member and sponsors. They will not have voting, however. Only national associations and unions can be members of the executive board. In case such entities do not exist in a country, individuals can run for elections. Offering help and support to the national members associations, preparing training programs and solutions for each specific country's subsector. This is the benefits, I'm telling you the benefits of that union. So exchange also the experience between Arab farmers working under the same climate and social conditions, exchange of knowledge with foreign poultry associations and farms thanks to DLG World Network. Learn about the latest techniques and solutions thanks to DLG experiential farms. Benefit from DLG experience in managing similar associations. The present status. The first Zoom meeting with Poultry Association from Saudi Arabia, UAE, Egypt, Jordan, Sudan, Kuwait, and Tunisia was a huge success with an enthusiastic support from all. The launch of the union will happen during the EuroTier Middle East in Abu Dhabi in March 2022. All the participants all the participating in the General Assembly will be fully hosted by the organizer. A dedicated space at EuroTier Middle East will be arranged for the General Assembly and the election of President and the Executive Board. In the meantime, all the administrative procedures for the creation of the union are being undertaken by Emirates Association of Poultry Producers. To capitalize on optimism generated by the first meeting, DLG and Multiwork will start offering workshops to the interested parties for a minimal fees. These workshops will later become free of charge when the union is created. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for this presentation, Mr. Basaik. So we got a short overview what the intention of the UAPP will be, and as we could see, the main topic of the umbrella association is to strengthen the local poultry production, united all the countries. And now, if we go round, we have a round of 4 participants here. So let's have a look on what are the main challenges you are facing in your countries, and what are the country-specific expectations to the UAPP. So I think it would be good to get round now, and I would like Mr. Dr. Abu Mahfoud to start. Could you please first describe the poultry market in Kuwait and the challenges Kuwait is dealing with, and the expectations with the UAPP, please? Okay, I see here the microphone is not working correctly.
Yes, no, yeah.
No, you're here. Okay. Okay, Dr. Abu Mahfoud.
Yeah.
So,
hello, everybody. Thank you for the invitation. You know, the Kuwaiti market is a promising market. Actually, the structure of the market is divided in two big integrators, Copco and Knife. We are sharing the 85% of the total production, I mean the domestic production. We have about 60 million of broiler a year and about 5 million table eggs per day as a production. The challenges what we have actually same, I mean the area challenges what we face, all of us. I mean the main challenges is the production cost, what we have now. Increasing of the production cost, the production cost is make life very difficult. We cannot compete even with the importing chicken. So from my point, also the main second challenge is the outbreaks and losses due to the endemic diseases what we have in the area. So I hope, you know, out of this group, we can find some solutions, and maybe the main benefit what we are going to get from this group is the transferring of the knowledge. This is from my point. So because, you know, we have same problems, same challenges, so we can exchange and transfer the knowledge between country and other country, which is, from my point, also going to help us to solve most of our problems.
Okay, thank you very much. I would go over now to Mr. Zulfikar from Saudi Arabia. Would you please? Hello, would you please introduce yourself and then take your statement to the market, the challenges, and your expectations to UAPP, please?
Susanna, I just messaged in the chat, Mr. Zulfikar, and luckily cannot change. He has some severe technical issues. I didn't understand it before, but yeah, we have to skip him, unluckily.
Okay. Okay, then it would be very nice, Mr. Sinokrad, could you please take over?
Thank you so much. I am Engineer Fuad. Mr. Sinokrad, he left for a few minutes only. I am Fuad, General Manager of Poultry and Feed Association in Jordan. I am the General Manager of Association. In aspect of poultry and challenges in Jordan. You get my name? My name Fuad. You hear me? You can hear me? I don't hear you at all. Hello?
Susanna, you're muted.
We can hear you. Yes, it's quite low, but if we take the speakers louder, it's possible to understand.
Okay. Again, my name Fuad. I am the General Manager of Poultry and Feed Association in Jordan. Mr. Sinokrad, he left for a few minutes. He will be with us in a few minutes. If you'd like me to take this opportunity to thank all of you for this opportunity to be with you in this meeting. We hope that this union will be in a day one of the strongest bodies in the area for the challenges of poultry in Jordan. As you know, we have a complete integrated system in Jordan for broiler and layers. For broiler, we have a complete integrated system from parent stock until marketing of fresh poultry meat and frozen meat. And in the layer, we have the same. We have parent stock, we have production. And both sides, we are self-satisfied in Jordan. We are self-sufficient for all of poultry products in Jordan. The main challenge in Jordan is the two aspects. One of them is the energy, and the second one, the feed itself, because we are importing most of feed from outside. But we have a very high challenge in Jordan for poultry. Most of it related for the cost of energy and the cost of the feed. I think this union, we are looking for this union to make a good and strong cooperation between the countries in the region, because we have surplus of production from table eggs and poultry meat. I think we can cooperate, we can make a lot of trading between each others in the area.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. That was very helpful. And Saif, could you please take your part in these questions?
Yeah, the question, if you ask why in Abu Dhabi, why the union will be established in Abu Dhabi, the headquarters will be in Abu Dhabi because the EuroTier Middle East is in Abu Dhabi. And we are partnered with DLG, who will provide technical connect and knowledge transfer and run the day-to-day operations on the union. We will hold our General Assembly and elections of EuroTier Middle East, but the union will have branches in all our the important Arab markets. What are the fees? What are the fees for non-poultry farms? Any entity in any Arab country's production poultry can become a full member against an annual fees of 1,000 dirhams, which is $272 US. For the others, they can enter associate members or sponsors with varying benefits. The fees for such members will be determined at later stage.
Thank you. Just a question. Do the United Arab Emirates face similar challenges as the others already introduced their own challenges?
Yes, exactly. We have almost the same,
like
because
Kuwait and
yeah, we have a lot of challenges we are facing here in UAE, but it will be similar to other Arab countries because it's almost the same climate and same region. So we have a problem with the feeds. We have also the diseases and the market pressure itself. This is the main challenges, which we are trying to share the expertise with our Arab countries' neighbors and find the solutions for that.
What I see from the chat is, could it be that one of the main challenges to all of the producers is also the avian influenza pandemic? So many Arab countries do not allow importation of chicken from countries with influenza cases, and this might cause shortage of day-old chickens in many countries. Would it affect your meat production seriously, or what experience do you have with avian influenza in your markets? Maybe we could start again with Dr. Abu Mahfoud.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the H5 now, I mean the influenza what we have now in the area is the H5. It's making too much problem for the availability of I mean enough white meat on the market. Then the second problem, you know, always we are under this pressure. Even if our country is free of influenza, as you said, you will have problem to import chicken from outside. From this point, actually, I need to concentrate or to go back and make more pressure to increase the local and domestic production. This is, at the end of the day, is the solution for this problem. So expanding and increasing the domestic production is must now. As you know, maybe out of this foundation also we can arrange together in case if some country have problem and other country have extra production, maybe we can help each other. But at the end of the day, yes, the influenza and AI, we are suffering, all of us, even if you have the outbreak inside the country or to bring something or to import something related to the poultry production from other affected country.
Okay, thank you very much. What about Jordan, Mr. Sinokrad? Same experience there?
I think that AI is a big issue for the time
A little
being.
bit closer to you.
Is it better now?
Yes.
I think AI is a major issue for in the world for the time being. When you pointed that in case there is could be a shortage of supplying of all the chicks of parents from any other places that have the pandemic, this is the situation for all of other diseases. I mean, which I mean that in case there is a certain disease or outbreak in a certain country, this country can't export from their product to outside of their country. The main issue, I think, that we have to concentrate on the biosecurity as well as making new researches regarding how to deal with the problem, since the problem is worldwide and more or less our area here, we are almost 2 years away from the know-how of the Western technology, let us say, or the new researches in the worldwide. I think we have to concentrate on this matter in order to do our best to have the new latest technologies and the researches in our area here, which could help us in minimizing the risk of having such outbreaks. This could be done if we find a way how to initiate a new labs in our area, for example, which could follow the latest technologies found in the Western world, how to deal with this problem, either from using the vaccines or having the biosecurity measures to be taken at the same time. Up till now in Jordan, we are safe from the problem. The H5 is not found in our country. In spite of that, we are hesitating of sometimes what to use, what type of vaccine to use it or not to use it. Up till now, there is no decisions on our government scale. I think that if we could have a way which could help us to take the right decision, how to deal with the problem, I think this could be of a big achievement for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sinokrad. Saif, what about UAE? Did you have some experience with avian influenza? And
yes, of course. Yes, the disease is around the world. It is not only in the region here, and it is hugely affecting the market and the industry itself. So thanks for our colleagues for their ideas and what they suggest now. And this is the main idea of the association which we are talking about today, is to share the informations, find the solutions, and as I mentioned before, it will be helping and supporting each other. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you. What about yeah, okay, I don't think we need to discuss that the price might be affected also by impacts like that. We have more questions from the audience. So there was one remark that Arab countries should follow the OIE recommendations of regionalization and compartmentalization. So to focus on the regional conditions, and what could this be combined with the aims of the UAPP? So if we have regional specialities, could this be and focus if we have a united UAPP, which is more focusing of common problems to solve those? Is it possible, nevertheless, to focus on specific regional problems? What do you think, Dr. Abu Mahfoud?
Yes, I think it's a good idea, as Mr. Hani also mentioned. Maybe we can have an poultry health information center related to this association. Then also, in addition to that, we can have a central lab also, you know, to receive samples and make screening all over Arab countries and share the information between us. So at the end of the day, maybe we can reach up to, I mean, making, you know, biosecurity umbrella for all of us. So we can know, for example, for Kuwait, I can know what my neighbors have, what he is having in terms of poultry health, what diseases having, what outbreak. Then we can cooperate together to reach up to this biosecurity umbrella. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay, sharing information would be a key topic then.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Sinokrath, just would you like to add something, or is that
one of the challenges? I want to add another challenge that we are facing here in Jordan, that dealing with the byproducts of our slaughterhouses. This is slaughterhouses and the manure also of the houses at the same time. We have a lot of these products coming out of the farms. And thousands of tons a year, and frankly speaking, we are not able to deal with these byproducts in the correct way till now in Jordan, because this is because of the lack of the liquidity. I think that to establish modern plant, let us say, how to deal with these byproducts and get energy from these products, and not to affect negatively the environment, and to try to do our best to keep the environment healthy. This is a big issue for us in Jordan, and in our association for the time being, we are emphasizing in this matter and trying to find solutions if we can do something to help us in getting this achievement.
Okay, thank you. Saif, would you like to add something, or?
No, totally agree with my colleagues.
Okay, thank you. So what about training for the association members, for example? Would this be a key point and a key aim of UAPP activities? E.g., for example, with respect to get more professionality into lab or whatever activities? Wants to begin and start? Dr. Abu Mahfoud?
Yeah, actually, the training issue, it's an interesting topic, you know, and from my point, we can utilize in more than one way. I mean, first of all, maybe the benefit what we are getting if we establish some program to visit the foreigner, I mean, big integrator, you know, and all over the world. Then we can exchange and we can get some experience from them ground level. On second hand, you know, the training for the expertise and for the technical people, as you said, even in the lab side or in the field itself, you know, We have in the area very estimated and very good companies, very good projects like Al-Wataniya in Saudi Arabia, which is the biggest. I believe that they have reaching up to the standard, I mean the international standard. Then we can do like a school, you know, for training, even for the new labors, for new specialties to exchange the information. That will be good, I think, if there is like school and there is sessions in lab, in field, in management, in I mean for all even broiler breeder processing plants. And maybe we can also add the point, which is the waste management. We can do something in the waste management and recycling of the byproducts.
I do agree.
Great. Yeah, that's good. Saif, would you like to add something?
Nothing to add. MashaAllah, Dr. Muhammad has been
Thank you.
going directly to the point.
Yeah, because you know we are feeling same pain. You know, we are sharing same problems.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yeah.
I have a remark from the audience. They say, if the UAPP can help the associations to create and establish an analysis laboratory, that would be a nice achievement. So, yeah, if you keep that in mind,
Yeah,
would
we hope that.
much
Yeah, I think it will add a lot of value for all of us.
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay, that's good. So, another question. If you look to the broiler breeders, what are the main characteristics of the breeding lines in the Arab countries? Maybe because UAE is specified here. Saif, could you please start with the explanation? Health, growth, feed conservation rate. What are the main aims in the breeding in your countries? You can't hear, Saif? Okay, I'm sorry. Then I would be grateful if Dr. Abu Mahfoud could take over first and we try to fix Saif's technical problem. So what are the main characteristics of the breeding lines? Health, growth, feed conservation rate, whatever.
Yeah, I think the main characteristic is the health and the immune response. I mean, the high level of immunity for the breeders will reflect on the other sides. I mean, on the performance, on the feed conversion, even the production. Maybe also Mr. Sonokroti is they are you know, dealing with breeders and the old chicks market. Then from my point, the health issue is the main characteristic what we are looking at the beginning. Then it will reflect on the performance at the end of the day.
Okay, Mr. Sinokraт, you were called for a commentary, please.
In fact, the types or the breeds which are available worldwide for the time being, I think that they are matching our needs. I mean that the competition between the producers of the day-old parent stocks, they are working hardly on this matter. And really, we have to admit that for the time being, they are producing an excellent quality of day-old breeders. At day old, but at the same time, this is not enough. I think that the know-how and the follow-up at the receiver's site, I mean the farmers who want to, where those chicks will be reared, is the main factor that to be taken into consideration to get up the optimum performance of these birds. Frankly speaking, here in Jordan, we are having performances above the standards from most of the breeds that we do use. And we have to admit that the GPs, grandparents, they are producing a good quality for the time being worldwide, and we are satisfied with the performance we are getting from this. But always, nobody will be 100% satisfied. We expect that to have a little bit some better characteristics in the future, mainly in the immunity side.
Great, thank you. So again, a second trial, safe.
Yeah, it is almost the same as Dr. Muhammad mentioned, and Mr. Hani. We are facing also the same, but inshallah, with the sharing the experience, we'll try to handle it in that way.
Okay, so health is one of the most important topics, but also feed conservation rate, for example, because feed is a problematic factor in the production. So I see. Yeah, that's maybe another question for you. If you handle feed, could it be an option to cooperate also in the import of feed with regard to UAPP? First, I don't know. It's just an idea and a question. Dr. Abu Mahfoud?
Maybe for the neighbors country, I don't know, from logistic side, maybe they can, if the two countries is too near together, maybe they can share or import more quantity of the ingredients together. Then they will get the benefit of the less price, and the cost of shipment will be I mean less than if everybody. I mean, they will make save in this point, especially now under the circumstances of the transportation due to the COVID-19. So I think it will help some way if there is some cooperation.
Mr. Sinokrad?
I think that to deal with this matter commercially, it is not workable too much from our side, in our country, for example, and I think the same from our neighbors. But since the feed ingredients prices are high for the time being, cost-wise, either from the freight cost or from the initial prices, I think if we can do something to improve the efficiency of our feed formulations, that we can save as much as possible price-wise, and to get the best performance from these formulations, the feed formulations. This we could concentrate on.
Yeah, but we have at the end we have to import also from.
You are right.
Yeah. But so in that line, I'm in line with Muhammad Abu Mahfoud, because we are doing the same almost here. The huge companies are trying to get the quantities together so that the price will be less for them, and then it will be divided when it reaches here. This is a solution, I mean, which we can be sharing.
Yeah, maybe it will be good within each country. I mean, the same country, as you said. Yeah, inside the one country,
yes,
the
we are doing
producer, if they can share together something, then it will divide, the cost will divide it, yes.
100% right.
But since we are in the same area almost, we are neighbors, so it can be also the idea which is workable internally can be workable also with us.
Exactly.
In our case here in Jordan, a little bit different. We import here the most big vessels, but at the same time, more than one or two companies share the same shipment. This could, for us, have the same result of reducing shipping costs.
Exactly.
And what about the experience with additives to feed or drinking water to in terms of enhancing health of the broiler breeders and broiler production? Is it the same? you're using that, as far as I understood. Could it be an option to exchange experience there also? And what kind of experience do you have in that sector?
In fact, this is the point I have. This is avoided just now, is that to concentrate on the feed
The formula.
the formula of the feed.
Yeah.
Of course, we are using all of the feed additives that could be used, such as mainly enzymes. Using enzymes, as everybody knows of my colleagues, that it reduces the cost sharply once it is used in the proper way. So to concentrate on the informations and on the idea when and how to use these feed additives is a major factor that could end up with the benefit for all of us. Okay.
And what kind of experience do you have in using the additives? I think they have to be imported too. Yeah. So, and yeah, in your under your climate conditions, what is very helpful, for example? Okay.
Yeah,
the Sinocrat, you would like? Or?
No, go ahead. As I have just said, the most recent technology in using the feed formulations is using certain types of enzymes. Some enzymes works on the energy content of the feed content, or others on the protein. Some of the protein, some of the works on the energy, and others types of enzymes work on both, for the release of the energy and of the protein content of the raw materials. And I think this matter needs good investigations to how to use and when to use and what types of these enzymes to be used. I think using enzymes is from the latest technologies of the feed rations that could liberate benefits from the bounded components of the feed rations.
Saif, I think he would like to.
Nothing to add.
No?
Their expertise, and they are sharing us what they know in this field.
Okay. Yes, I think I don't see further questions. So some ideas of what is going on now during the next weeks and months in terms of setting up the UAPP. Saif, are there some plans? What is to be done now and for the next steps?
Yeah, we will definitely update you one by one about the next step, which is coming soon, inshallah.
Okay. So some organizing,
Yeah,
directives.
We will organize everything, and I think Fadi also will support us in this field.
Okay, that's great. Yes, okay, if there are no further questions, I think we could close the session. I thank you very much for your contributions. Thanks that you could be there and give us your contributions. And I wish you all the best for the next few months, and for setting up more of these activities. And if we can assist, we would be very pleased. So have a good time. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Thank you,
Until
Susanna.
the next time.
Thank you, Susanna, for organizing that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye together.
Bye.